Let's talk about dairy allergies. So, when I was in my 20s, I developed a dairy allergy. Now, I want to make something very clear. I want to make a couple things clear, actually. I am not a health professional, and what I am about to tell you is just my experience and the stuff that I researched and came to know about dairy allergies that I want to share with you. So, when I was in my early 20s, I developed dairy allergies. This was really a bizarre concept because being born and raised in Wisconsin, the dairy state, coming down to something that disallowed you to eat dairy without an immense amount of pain was really weird. It was weird. It was just unheard of. Not very common. So, another thing that I want to clarify is that a dairy allergy is not lactose intolerance. So, lactose intolerance is when you don't have the enzymes to break down dairy. And usually you can take a pill for that. You just take a pill right before you eat dairy or however long. I don't know, I'm not lactose intolerant. But you take a pill and then it gives you the enzymes to break down that dairy. So, dairy allergy, not lactose intolerance. A dairy allergy is also not an allergy to eggs. An egg allergy is an egg allergy. When I was in my early 20s, I started having a lot of pain in my stomach, and I started having blood in my stool, and that is obviously not normal. So I got scared. I called the doctor, and I went in, and I had an endoscopy where they go down your throat and they check your esophagus and stuff like that. And then I had a colonoscopy, which is where they go up the other end and check to see that area. Neither very pleasant. Don't recommend, but necessary. So, anyways, I had those two done. And after that, and they did blood work for celiac disease, which I also did not have, do not have. And thankfully, I don't, because celiac is totally on another level. But, anyways, so after all of that, the doctor decided that maybe my body was just digesting food too fast. It wasn't. And that didn't make any sense to me. No matter how slow I ate, no matter how slowly I chewed, it still hurt. And I don't know how your body's rapidness or quickness to digest food promotes blood in your stool, but it didn't make sense to me. So I didn't take the medication. I also don't like medication. I started at a new job. I had gained so much weight by now. I think I gained 20, 30 pounds by this point, and it had been less than a year. It was a staggering amount of weight for me and a very short time. And I was working out every single day because I didn't want to be that big. It just didn't feel good for me. I didn't feel good on the inside. I didn't feel good on the outside. It just, nothing. I hated it. So anyways, I started a new job and they had a healthcare provider, a nurse on site. So that way you could talk to her about your diet or smoking cessation or whatever you wanted. So I went there hoping that she could provide a diet plan or something to help me. And she asked if I had been tested for food allergies. I wasn't, except for celiac. I am so, so grateful for that because it came back showing that I was allergic to cow's milk. Not whey, which is a protein in cow's milk that a lot of people are allergic to, but actual cow's milk. So anything that comes from cow's milk, like cheese or butter or milk or sour cream, ice cream, anything like that, I was allergic to. It was devastating. It was really devastating. But I was in so much pain that I cut out dairy. I started losing weight. I started feeling so much better. It was amazing, night and day difference just from cutting out dairy. That nurse told me that it might not last forever, that my dairy allergy might go away, just like it wasn't always there. It came to be one day. And so over the years, I tested it by eating just a little tiny bit of dairy. And if my stomach felt really bad, I'd know it was still there. If it didn't, I was good to go. so, so I tested it throughout the years, and I remember one time I hadn't had any dairy in a while, and I was like, oh, let me just try it again. So I actually had a gyro with the tzatziki sauce on it. Oh, so good. But obviously tzatziki is made with yogurt, which is dairy, and I broke out in hives, so I knew I was still allergic to it. And so every so often I'd test a little bit and see what my reaction to it was. Eventually it went away. I tried a little bit, didn't have any reaction. So then I tried a little bit more, no reaction. Tried a little bit more, no reaction. Until I just reintroduced it to my diet successfully and I didn't have any reactions. So it was really, really good. However, it came back. And it went away, and then it came back again, and then it went away again, and I haven't had it. I don't remember the last time it came back, but I know that I've been eating dairy for a few years now. So it's gone now. I don't know if it's going to come back, but the point of me telling you that is so you know that just as swiftly as an allergy can appear, it can disappear too. Again, I am not a health professional, so please definitely consult your doctor. But if you do have symptoms like I describe my symptoms to you, maybe get a food allergy test done. And I know that a lot of doctors don't like to prescribe food allergy tests. I know that elimination diets are really big amongst doctors. But my thought on that is that while I could have done the elimination diet, I found out very, very quickly what I was allergic to, and I was able to stop eating it very quickly. And so that for me is pretty huge. So while elimination diets can be good, they take a while to work. So anyways, those are my experiences with my dairy allergy and my thoughts. And again, I am not a medical professional, so always seek out a doctor when you're discussing any type of allergies. So, oh, and another thing I wanted to point out. So with allergies, severity is really, really varying. So at first, when I started developing my allergy to dairy, I just had a lot of stomach pain and bloody stools. And then over time, it got worse to breaking out in hives and full body swelling and, stomach cramping and internal bleeding and stuff like that. So some people have very mild allergy symptoms like a runny nose. Sometimes allergies are more severe, so just keep that in mind too. So if somebody says that they have a dairy allergy and they're bringing it to your attention, just be cognizant that you don't know how severe it is. They could go into shock where their throat could close. That's pretty severe. So don't assume that, oh, well, this girl on YouTube said that she only broke out in hives, that, everybody breaks out in hives with the dairy allergy. That was just my experience. Everybody's experiences with their allergies are so different. And a lot of times allergies don't appear the same way for everybody. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video.